Hello YouTube, this is a respect Vex, completely following a bleed build without any extra points and extra skill trees and all that. It's legit bleed stacking Vex. Shotgun bleed stacking Vex with 40% life. It's not a one-shot build. This is a sustained, continuous bleed damage, lifesteal, and amp build. Because you will be using the following. Well, I will show you right now. You will be using this mod. Any Teen Witch mod with the 10% lifesteal adjusts to 125% damage reduction for survivability. Any shield that can have amp on it, and Jacobs, because I have sequencer on this one, and piercer. Never mind, the shotgun damage increase only applies to shotguns and not this pistol. But this is mainly a shotgun build. That 38% or 37% increase will be on effective on a bod, because a bod is considered a shotgun as well as every other gun, but you do get the text bonuses on the pistol, so it's still very relevant. Even no, wait. As long as it has a Jacobs accessory, those two sequencer and other perks will apply. So with the pistol, your aim is to stack as many crit bleeds as you can on the boss. Because with pistol, you have very high fire rate. That was a fair thing. You're not supposed to go down while fighting this guy. You're supposed to be able to out lifesteal him. Like this part, you might actually go down if you don't manage to out lifesteal him. But with the bleed and your continuous crits and damaging, you should be able to outlast them with a pistol. Your goal is not to do the most damage and one-shot the boss in this case. Your goal is survive and apply as many bleeds as possible. Oh, okay, I'll keep that because that's... yeah, that could come in handy for a Ripper build. But for this particular one, you want Jacobs, and you want all your weapons to have Jacobs parts to benefit from the Jacobs legendary enhancement, because it gives more crits. And what is this build about? Crits, because you want to apply that bleed as many times as possible. We'll get those 4 kills. We'll get into the bod and some other guns later. But for now, this pistol. What you want to do is get as many crits as possible, apply as many bleeds as possible, so they all start stacking. Doesn't matter that the pistol base damage is low, as long as you're still shooting, you have your lifesteal to sustain you. You have your bleeds. You're gonna do a lot of damage. As long as the bleeds keep ticking, you're not gonna die, because the bleeds double dip into the lifesteal. And for firmware, we don't have a complete set of any firmware, because what you... let me show you my firmware. Okay. You need a 5% lifesteal, you don't need to kill 10% regeneration on health. It's used, if you really want that, you can swap out the firmware. This, when health is less than 35%, damage taken is reduced by 30, and action skill cooldown rate is increased by 10%. Well, I mean, that's if you use the action skill, but with this pistol you don't want to use the action skill because you don't want to unlimited ammo. You want to reload because of those orbs do the 250% damage. Those can crit too and apply more bleed. The 7% pistol. I believe I got Jacobs on it. And nothing else. Which is a bit unfortunate because some can get it. But because it has Jacobs on it, it's benefiting from that Jacobs enhancement I'm having. It's just not getting damage boosted because the damage is specified as shotgun damage. But the bot will get its damage boosted because it's an all-rounder. Oh. Shield, heal, yes, okay. Need lifesteal, need shields, need your tank. Rest kit. What is this? Is this a kill move? Why is he immune?
Maybe let's not do that again.
It's because of the fucking pangolins. Or did I take too long to kill him? I don't know, I've never been this far in a fight before. Maybe. What am I supposed to do? Okay, now I can die. It is the fucking pangolin. Becomes pangolin shooter. Like now. Pangolin. pretty much. I'm so confused what am I supposed to do. Kill the pangolins. Oh, wow. Okay, I think I messed up this fight. I think we did. I don't know, I killed the pangolins and shoot the rock, nothing happened. Just keep doing this. I think we gotta take the old suicide for this one and just eat. Because messed up and took too long. I have no idea what you're supposed to do that part. I've never actually got to that part of the fight before. Yeah, okay, well, let's just try that fight again. This time without getting to the full immunity phase. Good job. Got that never happened before. Taking a hit to hashtag doesn't matter. I just wanted to get out of that because I had no idea what the heck was going on. Oh, that was so close. Almost entered this damn immunity phase again. well, the always amped part doesn't work with a pistol because you're not killing him fast enough. Or, well, it works for the first few bits of the fight, but once he goes to the lightning thing, and then if you fail the lightning, killing him in the lightning thing, he goes into that weird third, fourth phase type thing, which I have not seen before, and I have no idea what they do with. So I just got out of that. Fourth kill, because we get to abort that first one. That means another one. But with the pistol mainly you just want to stack as many speeds as you can on him with the crit. This is bleed vex, but with anything but a sniper rifle. It's the Lifesteal version. So you ideally want to kill him during this phase. He goes into rocks, that's good. Do the immunity thing. Okay. If he goes into rocks after lightning, that's good. But if it is the immunity thing, just bail. Pay the death cost or exit the lobby. Just bail. And I'm a dumbass. I'm not using my crit knives. Which will definitely help us stack bleeds. Bleed vex. And always am. Oh boy, oh. You don't know how many Queen's Rest I've gotten by just opening chests. That's not the torch sticky one. And I'm not looking for torch sticky because it turns my computer into a lag machine until it's all exploded. So I can't do those cheesy. So I'm doing the kinetic. Because the bleed is kinetic anyway. You're going to want to apply it with kinetic, even though you can apply it with emotion. I mean, this not emotion, elemental. Like I'll show with the. Oh fuck me. Immediately went into the immunity phase. That was so close. Okay, so it appears after the lightning. Never got that far in the fight before. Don't know what comes after the lightning. Usually he's dead by the lightning. This pistol is me see parts of the fight that I never experienced before. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad. With Origo, it was good. Because it was a very fun experience with rather than one-shotting or cheesing it. It let me experience the full fight. But this guy, after the landing phase, I have absolutely no idea. 2 more kills with this pistol and I'll switch over to the bod, where we definitely won't have to deal with that beginning phase. But with this pistol, your aim is just to crit as many times as possible and apply the speed stack, by the way. It doesn't override your previous bleed. They just all tick down at the same time. You want to apply so many bleeds that the game has no idea what to do with them. With a pistol. Though ideally you wouldn't be using a pistol, but I'm showing you that it works with a pistol. You just might get to see phases of bosses that you never knew existed. The pistol is just for fun. I love the 7 cents. And I guess that immunity phase did help me farm a bit of the kill pangolins achievement. Get. Because I was just killing pangolins, trying to do damage to him, but he keeps spawning pangolins. And then you can't do damage to him. Okay, so that's the last kill with the pistol. I'll show you, you can do bleed effects with almost anything. Bleed lifesteal effects. Crit. Well, crit, you need to crit to apply the bleed. And throw a crit knife in there just to make more bleeds. Notice how the numbers at the bottom, they all it's stacking. And because they don't override each other. Uh oh. Don't go into pangolins, please. Okay. He's going into rocks. Because I have really got no idea what to do with that pangolin phase. You kill the pangolins. What? No, seriously. What do you do? Because I noticed after you kill the pangolins, you can damage him until he spawns more. Pangolins, but the problem is it's constantly spawning pangolins, so then you can't damage him. And yes, you do want amp on your armor. Any amp armor. Even though if you use what's for dinner, you will be very squishy here. And as you can see by just getting stuck in that pangolin thing, that's not a very good idea for this boss. super soldier can't roll amp. We don't even have siphon on this. We just have the Lifesteal mod. And 2 points of lifeblood. 2 points of the survivability team, which is probably what saved us so many times when you drop below 30% HP. Which will happen if you use pistol. We'll show you the bod, which benefits from none of the Jacob's enhancements because it doesn't have Jacob's on it. I don't even know if you can roll Jacob's on the bod.
Let's just go out there and have some fun.
I'm gonna put it in the pistol mode because it's quite a long fight. Let's just put it that way. My firmware is all over the place. It was 3 into lifeblood. Then it became 2 when I changed the mod to include that 25% damage reduction, which stacks with the heart with wings perk of 35% damage reduction below 30% HP. Which bumps it up to 55% damage reduction below 30% HP. And then just one random perk. But now the important part is the lifesteal part. Okay, this one we will definitely not be seeing tangle things. Because the bot just wrecks no matter what. And it applies bleed. Both sniper bleed and regular bleed from crits. Because it's considered a sniper as well. But the reason for the lifesteal is for continuous amp. With the teenage witch mod. Which obviously lets lifesteal affect your shields and overshield, but you won't get to overshield here if you don't kill it fast. But from here on out, the kill should be pretty fast, especially with the bot over here. Because the bot is just such a good weapon. I prefer it over Kadokawa's because it's way more consistent. And every crit is a bleed. That's why it completely melts bosses with the bleed build. Torque stickies? Nope. Forget your torque stickies. Well, I mean, torque stickies are better if you wanna one hit, sure. But I'm going for the consistent bleed rather than the one-shot bleed. That's why I'm using shotguns. And the bod, you don't need the crit knife because it just crits a lot.
You should have a hole.
So it's always applying that bleed. I don't know if you can roll bots with Jacobs, but if you could, that would be pretty overpowered. Because you'll always have some crits. You'll always be ricocheting projectiles. Is the ultimate Vault Hunter. I would assume you would get more levels of Iridium. Well, it's only level 1 of Ultimate Vault Hunter. Haven't gotten around to doing a quest to get to Ultimate Vault Hunter 5 because I'm still messing around on 1 to see what's viable. Because I wanna try, I really, if I were to do 5, I would want to do complete build with shotguns. Because snipers are so overrated. And none of that cheesy underbarrel stuff either. Well, actually, maybe a bit of that cheesy underbarrel stuff. I just gotta find the right ones. I got one gun with an underbarrel that does a decent amount of damage, but I'm not quite sure how to use that to incorporate it.
More ammo means
But if you got a bod, you're good for almost any build. I say bod is key, but if you prefer snipers and the sniper crit lead build, against stationary targets, Katagawa's is alright, but against targets that move like Origo, Katagawa sucks. And Origo moves so much. He's barely standing still. The only time he stands still is if you... Oh, this one gives him bullet holes. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. For a Veldorf build, if I decide to switch it up. I'll keep that just in case. But anyway, this is about consistent bleeds, not high damage bleeds. Can go for one shots, but not in the... Not yet. Still learning just the basics of the bleed effects. All I know is it needs a lot of crit. Uh-oh. Oh wait, I'm using a bot, don't need to work. 2 more kills and then we'll switch to an actual shotgun, which is what this video is meant to showcase. The bot can be considered a shotgun, but it's an all-rounder type SMG in all reality. But in-game it's classified as a shotgun, as you can see by the inventory icon. On the screen at the bottom right corner, it's a shotgun icon.
you're so impressive.
kill with the bod and get retire him for bod on its own does a lot of damage if you just empty the magazine. There's no real reason you would need a bleed on top of that, except for extra damage. And of course it's a mod. It's always an mod. Or this shotgun. Wait, that was the last kill. What am I doing? I'll compile this into a kill compilation and maybe, or release it as raw footage. So you can see the whole thing unedited. Game is trying to get me to finish one of these firmware sets I keep it. But no, I'd rather stick with that. I could finish the firmware set. I have the armor for it, which gives damage, but I'd rather have survivability than damage right now. I'm still familiarizing myself with it. I mean, in the perk, the
If you ever need to
character
I'm here for you.
perk, this one has 25% reduced damage reduction. That's all damage. It doesn't specify a damage type. It's just generally 25% damage reduction. Okay, now Hot Slugger. This is where you're gonna start seeing some big bleeds. But it's quite slow, so you're gonna need that crit knife to guarantee the bleed, or the crit for the bleed. Word. Wait, what am I doing? Get rid of it. Jump. Hmm, 70 mil. Or 10 kills. Interesting. Thought it was more. Okay, a synchro knife. Go with the rocks. Yep. It's another good display of.
Click, click, boom.
That was not a very good display of the bleed. I missed that. Out of everything to miss, I missed the biggest, bulkiest item. Why is there an orange? Oh, it's a fire pot, okay. Yeah, that damage reduction definitely came in clutch there. From both the firmware and the character perk. Yeah, if you can get the 100k hits, you can actually see some ridiculous bleeds with this hot slugger. Oh. As you can notice, most of our weapons are kinetic, but we do have an elemental weapon to show, because I've learned that it does stack with the bleed if the boss is not immune to that particular element. Because the shotgun in question is called the Hellwalker. It does fire damage, obviously, but what people don't know is it also does kinetic damage, which is your normal bullet damage. So it applies bleed, and it applies the burn. I believe that was 5. But yeah, for the lightning phase, you're not gonna have the amp, because he does a lot of damage during that phase. That phase, you just want to sit there, shoot him as many times as you can to lifesteal. Because what's the point of having lifesteal if you're not gonna use it? Not using the action ability because it's literally a hot slugger, it's a one and done.
That was the highlight of your life, huh?
Okay, good when it rocks again and not that phase I don't know how to use. After that first phase, I have no idea. It's random which rotation he does, I guess. Four more. Wait, no. No. Three more. Now it's two more. Count. It all starts to blur together. One more kill. There's nothing more to explain, so that's why I'm quiet. This is not a one-shot build, this is a survivability build. But I will show you the elemental thing later if Radix isn't immune to fire. Slugger. I mean, Hellwalker's next. Oh, that we just finished. Oh, great. Come on, man. We just finished a Hot Slugger. Why would you say Hot Slugger again? Obviously, loot your loot. Sell or whatever you do with it. Look for under barrels or something. Shotgun this guy drops, not really great. That's why I never use it. Tried it once, wasn't that great. Maybe it's a mobbing shotgun, not a bossing shotgun. But, now this is the interesting part, where the bleeds and burns stack if you thought I made the fire. If not, you'll just be seeing the bleeds. The Hellwalker does do some physical damage. And you can melee a chest to open it if you didn't know. But I found that out yesterday. Don't need the anarchy. What is this? Alright, just haven't found the right situation to use it. Oh good, he's not into the fire. See those numbers? Yeah, I can see the fire number too. Okay, that time he just took all the damage. Previously he took no damage. I have no idea what's going on. Hellwalker crits a lot, so you don't even need a crit knife for this. It's gonna stack up many bleeds, and the burn damage is all gonna stack up. I don't know what to do here, so just nuke him real quick. Any more shotgun ammo? Nope. So with the Hellwalker, you are applying a physical bleed as well as a burn, which both do damage over time, obviously. So you end up getting a double dot because the Hellwalker also does some physical damage. That's why it can crit. The rest season is going to be proof of concept kills on bleeds and burns. So there won't be much commentary. Just look at how fast and how much of it is from dot. It's like it takes reduced damage during that phase or something. kills because we're not doing damage modifiers with our enhancements or mods. We're not. Yeah. It just went on full, pretty much full on survivability. 3 more kills. Took him real quick. Okay. Oh, he's gonna toss the loot over there. Need to remember that for later. Two more. Yeah, in that phase he does take reduced damage. Thing to learn when you're not one-shotting bosses. Don't get me wrong, it's entirely possible to one-shot bosses with lead effects, but I'm not ready for that yet. I'm just learning the ropes, messing around with different guns, found a set that I like, and just rolling with it. But I'm not using the sniper mod, which gives, yeah, the one which requires you to use sniper because I really don't like snipers. What is this? Call of Duty camping game. Last kill. Health restored to get full health. And pointless. We're not fighting anything, but yeah. Just wanted to show you where I took the build from the last video. The pretty much permanent amp build, as I called it, but now I've respeced it properly. And got rid of mods. And I'm playing this completely legit.